I get a lot of messages about people wanting to know how we were able to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I want to share some of that information with you because I want you to be free, just like it's allowed me to be and so many other people. And if you're looking for a proven system that doesn't have a lot of overhead and that doesn't cost a whole lot, and you can do it part-time from the comfort of your home and have mentors and coaches and have a community of support, well, hey, reach out to me and we can share with you how we've been able to do that. Just go to eddiebales.com. That's EDDIEBAILS.com. That's EDDIEBAILS.com. And we look forward to sharing a little bit of information with you that could literally change the trajectory of your life like it did mine. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. This is your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 216. And I'm excited to Happy New Year, first of all. Excited to be here with you all, another brand new year. And, look, most people in the new year have two goals. They want to make more money and lose weight. And I think both of those are important, right? And I want to share with you today just one thing that's going to help everyone who has some big goals in 2023, right? And that one thing, and we talk about it a lot on here, is accountability. But I want to talk about it from another standpoint because you don't just want to have accountability. I think you should have layers of accountability. And here's why I say that. You guys know I talked about my own fitness journey, and I had a workout partner who was holding me accountable. Well, look, sometimes things happen, and so you want to have something in place when that person isn't holding you accountable, right? And of course, you should never just have to depend on one thing or one person. You should always have several things in place to make sure. Like, and the thing is, you know, we hear. You may have heard this one myth. I've heard it many times. I used to quote it, but I have to renege on that quote, and it says, "How you do anything is how you do everything." And I got to disagree on that because man, when it comes to business, I am disciplined like nobody's business. When it comes to my personal growth, my personal development, I'm all in discipline, right? But when it comes to my health journey, I'm not always disciplined, right? And it's something that I know that I need to get a hold of. So I need some accountability in that area. And just having, I learned recently that just having one level of accountability is not enough because if that one person falls off, then you got to kind of rely on yourself. And don't get me wrong, you should rely on yourself anyway, right? But I just believe that if you could have some layers of accountability, it will make it a lot easier. Here's what I mean by that. You know, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned some of this already, but I think it bears repeating again, especially in this new year, because everybody's saying, I'm going back to the gym, I'm getting on a diet, I'm starting the business, I'm doing everything I didn't do in the past 6 months. And for some reason, because it's January, I'm going to do it now. But what's gonna keep you doing it when June comes? Because we all know when February comes, the gym is pretty scarce. When March comes, the gym is pretty scarce compared to where it was in January, where you can't even get a spot at the gym because everybody's there all of a sudden, right? So I'm saying that you want to have some layers of accountability, and what that could look like is, maybe you have a workout partner, but then maybe you have someone else who maybe isn't your workout partner, but maybe their whole job is just to check in with you every day, or however, whatever the cadence is, to check in with you and say, hey, did you do it today? Did you say the affirmations? Did you read the 10 pages of a good book? Did you do the 10 push-ups or the 20 push-ups or whatever you set the goal for? And having somebody who will at least hold you accountable, even if they're not doing it with you, having a few people who do that, having a couple alarms on your phone, having some rewards to really, because if you Every episode we talk about stretching ourselves and growing ourselves and becoming better. And I get it. You're busy. You're on the go. You don't always have time to stop and maybe read a book. Well, listen, I got the perfect thing for you. You're probably familiar with Audible. Audible is an audiobook service from Amazon, and they offer the world's biggest selection of books. I'm talking any book that I've recommended, and I've recommended a lot. You can get that book and you can listen to it on the go while you're in the car. Why not turn your car into Drive Time University? And for just for listening to this podcast, you can get your first 30 days free on us. So go to audibletrial.com/code freedom. That's audibletrial.com/code freedom. And we'll also put that in the show notes. You think about the Atomic Habits book, you want to have a reward that's going to keep you wanting to continue to do it. So when you have something to look forward to because you did it, like for me, one of the things that I'm working on is, trying to get my blood pressure down, right? And so it hasn't been high last year, but then towards the end of the year, it just kind of started getting a little high. So my goal is to bring that down. And in order to do that, I know that certain exercising and dieting is necessary. So for me, when I go to check my blood pressure, that's the reward is seeing it come down because I know that my efforts are working. Does that make sense? So that may seem like a small reward, but there's all kind of built-in rewards that we want to add in to make sure that we are executing and that we are staying disciplined and that we're staying focused. Another thing is habit stacking. I know I talked about that as well. And so, like for instance, me, one of the things that I'm doing every day anyway is I'm working my business. Well, look, I could be working my business sitting on my chair, or I could be working my business on the treadmill. The cool thing is I have the option to do it anywhere, right? Or any way. And so that's one thing that I'm going to be making sure that I do. And again, some of the built-in reward for me is I have an app where I'm tracking all my numbers. So I'm tracking how many steps, I'm tracking what my weight is, I'm tracking certain activities and things that I'm doing to as a collective to hit this goal and to bring that number down that I'm looking to bring down naturally, right? Without any any other, things that's outside of natural things that I can use to help bring it down. And so you got to look at what it is for your goal. Like for instance, maybe you have an income goal, maybe you have a weight goal, maybe you have a muscle goal, right? That's something to look at. Maybe you have a certain thing that a goal for your relationship. Like maybe you want to make sure that you have a consistent date night, or maybe you want to do something special, or maybe you want to take a nice vacation, right? And have that planned out. So now you got to be disciplined with the saving or putting it to the side, or even the extra income you're going to earn to go on that trip. So I want you to really like plan it out, map it out. But when you do that, as you start to take action, you got to have some accountability. That's the biggest thing that I wanted to drive here today is in 2023, we got to have accountability because otherwise it's way too easy to quit on ourselves. It's way too easy to just say, "Oh yeah, let me take a break. Let me," and then next thing you know, that break becomes 1 day and 3 days and then 2 weeks. And next thing you know, you're way off track from the goal that you set for yourself. So look, I'm only sharing things that I'm actually doing. And I think you can get some value from it. So I'm going to let you on some of my progress, on some of my goals and things that I'm working on. Right. And I can't wait to celebrate you on your journey. So, don't forget to join our Facebook group that we have, and you can join that by going to www.thewaytofreedom.info, thewaytofreedom.info. And that's a special Facebook group because I'm talking, right? But I can't hear you talking. And so I want to engage with you. I want to hear from the audience. I want to know who you are. I want to build a whole relationship with you because we're on this journey together and it's exciting. But I want to be able to connect with you in that way. So we can do other things together and hey, bond and things like that and grow together and make 2023 the best year ever. So God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode. And stay tuned, guys. I got some rock star guests coming up soon. And so keep on listening. Also, I'm going to be doing more of our live events, live podcast postings on YouTube. So stay on the lookout for that as well. God bless you all. Take care, and we'll see you over the top. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.